Hey miners, Mining King here. Today, I'm going to be talking about Project Thunder for the Cumulus node. But before we get into that, here's a word from our sponsor. FluxPools.net would like to announce a new weekly lottery for loyal miners that support the project. As you might already know, FluxPools is operated by people from the Flux team. Our goal is to provide a safe and transparent mining experience. While the Flux project does not take directly from the pool, we do give a portion of our fees back to the Flux project because we understand that both the project and the miners are what make this pool possible. Flux Pools has given away nearly 5,000 Flux a month back to miners, and they have decided to reward even more miners during this time of uncertainty. The new weekly Flux lottery gives 5 lucky miners $50 each in Flux every week with 95% uptime required. There are 10 months remaining in this program and replaces the $1,000 in Flux monthly giveaway. There will also be a bi-weekly winner with 99.5% uptime required will receive 1.7 kilosol hash rate for 48 hours. All mining and parallel asset fees are waived until October 14th. This is on top of their weekly loyalty program. The giveaway prize will be sent directly to their mining address and nowhere else. Please do not mine directly to an exchange. Your rewards may be lost as a result. Please check out fluxpools.net for a great place to mine. I have reached out to somebody on the Flux team as I do these ads and stuff like that. I did reach out and I asked about Project Thunder. So if you're not familiar with Project Thunder or what it is, there's no information that you can find directly here on the site. That's why I'm just on the webpage right now talking about it. But what it is essentially is going to be adding hard disk space to your Cumulus node. It will not be for SSDs. This will be for spinning Rust. So for all you people out there who have servers or maybe people who had failed Chia builds, right? Or something like that, or maybe people who have extra hard drives laying around, this could be beneficial to you. Now, I will say I don't have what the incentive is going to be, what's Flux going to pay you for this. That hasn't been announced yet. But this is all the information that I got that, the public is allowed to have. So it is going to be for mechanical hard drives, and the drive speeds need to be 200 megabits per second. There is no specific RAID type required, but it does need to hit the speed requirement that I did mention earlier. Now, there's going to be 3 tiers. So obviously, you're going to need some RAID in order for this to work. The first tier is going to be 20 terabytes. The second tier will be 50 terabytes. And the third tier will be 100 terabytes. So obviously, the more storage that you supply to the blockchain, the more Flux you're going to earn. Now, they haven't stated how much Flux is actually going to be what you're going to get for each tier, right? I don't know that information yet, but it is kind of nice to know that people who maybe have who did hard drive mining and maybe they just have a bunch of hard drives laying around, or and especially that this is going to be spinning Rust and not SSDs is great, because regular spinning Rust hard drives are super cheap. So let's go over and let's try to find some old hard drives and see what we could find. All right, guys, so we're over here at eBay, and I'm just looking at a bunch of spinning Rust drives, and some of them are SAS, so you're going to have to kind of watch out for this. Make sure if you have SATA to use SATA, and if you have a SAS, if you need to use SAS, make sure it says SAS, obviously, for your servers. If you're just using it on a PC, make sure it says SATA. Be careful. See, this one's SAS. This is SATA. So just watch out when you're buying your hard drives. Now, we can find them here for about, I would say, $70, and these are all 8 terabyte drives. It's not going to cost a whole lot. And the nice part about using spinning Rust is that it's actually relatively cheap to get into, right? And if these drives fail, it's not going to cost you an arm and a leg to be able to get this thing back up and going. So once again, guys, this is for the Cumulus node. So far that I know of, I have not heard that it's going to be on the Nimbus or Stratus nodes. So it definitely, to me, looks like, because there's so many more Cumulus nodes that I feel like the Cumulus node is going to be like the workhorse of the Flux network, right? You know what I mean? Because there's so many more of these nodes out there. So once again, guys, you need to have a spinning Rust. It needs to be able to do 200 megabytes a second. There is no specific RAID type, but it needs to meet that speed. And the tiers are 20 terabyte, 50 terabyte, and 100 terabyte. Let's see what this is going to cost me if I was going to do 100 terabytes of this. We would need 13 8 terabyte drives. So 8 times, we'll say $75. Or what am I doing? No, we would need 13, right? Yeah, 13 times $75. So if you want to hit the top tier, which you'd have to be able to hold all of these drives, right? You're going to need about $1,000 worth of hard drives. Now, you're going to have to look around, right? I would suggest going on OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace, getting these things secondhand, because once they die, you can just kind of just chuck them in the garbage and just get another one, right? Spinning Rust is really cheap. It's been around forever, so it's not very expensive. But I think in the end, until we know more, once we know what the rewards are going to be, is going to kind of help us dictate, how much we're going to invest in this Project Thunder, right? Like maybe it only makes sense for me to buy 3. It might make sense for maybe people who have servers sitting at home with just a bunch of drives sitting in them, right, that aren't doing anything. And then it would make sense because you already have the hardware. Like, I'm not telling you to go out and buy 100 terabytes, worth of hard drives, obviously, because that would be really expensive. So as things develop and I learn more about this Project Thunder, I'll let you guys know. This is really interesting, though. It'll be another way that the Cumulus node operators are going to be able to generate income. But I wonder what the incentives is going to be versus the cost of getting into it. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below. Leave a comment down below. What do you guys think about Project Thunder and adding more storage space to your Cumulus nodes? Is this something you guys are interested in? Are you not interested in it? Do you not do nodes? Are you guys even interested in Flux nodes? Just let me know down below what you guys think. All right, guys, this is the Mining King giving you the most hashes, and I'll see you next time.